it's Vex, and today we want to talk about accessories because the most asked questions you guys have asked me is, what sleeves do you use? That's right. I know, I can't believe it's not about deck text, not about deck choices, it's about sleeves. So today, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the accessories I use, the sleeves, the inner sleeves, all the extra sleeves, my binders, pocket pages, deck boxes, everything. We'll go through all that and we'll have a good time. So I know I don't have any magic paintings or art in the background, but you know, we'll get there one day, we'll get there. So anyways, let's go through it. So to answer my most asked question, what sleeves do I use? I use this Dragon Shield Classic, let's see it, Classic Black. That's right, Dragon Shield Classic Black. And yes, this is 1,000 sleeves, 10 100 packs of sleeves. I buy these in bulk because I also use the same sleeves over and over and over again in all of my decks. I have black sleeves, Classic Black. They actually made these before they had the matte blacks. So obviously I'm gonna stick with my classics because I have about 3,000 that are sleeved. I have about 1,000 right here unsleeved. Here's about 4,000 Classic Black sleeves. And the reason why I do that is, you know, let me show you an example. I have a deck here, Queen Marchesa deck, which I have a deck tech on, somewhere there, or there, I forgot which way to point it. But the reason is I like to make a lot of decks. As you see in my videos, I have a lot of deck techs. So I can easily swap out any card from any deck and put it into any deck. Let's say hypothetically, I'm like, oh, I need this one card from Queen Marchesa. I need my dual lands, right? Of course you need dual lands anywhere, all the time. And I put another deck, no problem, my Kalia deck. I just put dual lands in. And I don't have to worry about matching sleeves at all. It is kind of boring, they're all black, as you can see. Not the most interesting color, but they do the job. So since then, this Dragon Shields came out with a matte black. So the backs are different, right? This is very slippery right here. As you can see, it's very shiny, slippery. The matte blacks are less slippery, more matte. But this face here is the same face. So it's really kind of glossy. They have now made another version that has I believe it's a matte black back, and then the front is an anti-glare card. However, your foils don't shine through very much because obviously you're trying to like less glare. But it's very camera friendly. So I don't want to do that because as you can see my channel, again, I've done lots and lots of foils. Yeah, so that's why I use the same sleeves over and over again. It's great, it's wonderful, it works out really well here. I haven't even opened this. Again, I also order in bulk because I know I use the same sleeves over and over and over again. And it's the way to go. If you want to buy some, you want to see what, I have the link in the description below, you know, directly to all these accessories will be in the link, so in the description, so you can check it out. So the next question is inner sleeves. So I have two types of inner sleeves I use. Actually, I don't have it here. I'll be right back and get the inner sleeves. All right, so these are outer sleeves, right? So if you look at my cards here, right here I have this, you know, Antiquity Strip Mine right there. If you look here, I have an inner sleeve here. And I use two different kinds of inner sleeves. I have, I use a regular size inner sleeve. I use the harder, thicker inner sleeve. So I use, again, in bulk, yes, this is 3,000 inner sleeves. So I have more inner sleeves than I have outer sleeves. Because what happens is I take cards in, bind. I forgot to tell you what kind. I use these out here. I use KMC Perfect inner sleeves right here. So they're standard size. They're not the Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Japanese size. KMC Perfects. Again, I have 3,000 of these because I use way more of these inner sleeves than I use outer sleeves. And the reason is I would, you know, put cards in decks, right? Let's see, I have my Marchesa deck. You know, I'll put cards, I take cards out and I was like, look, where am I put these cards? So I take them out of the sleeve, I put them back in the binder. But I keep the inner sleeves on them just in case I pull them back again, because, you know, when I take cards in and out of inner sleeves, you know, inner sleeves get ruined because they're very sensitive. So I will keep them in their inner sleeves and put them back in the binder that way. I know it makes the binders a little thicker and such, but, you know, I'm not that anal about it. So lots of inner sleeves. Also, sometimes when I put it in binders, I put it on inner sleeves and then in the binder itself. I know it's completely unnecessary, but I like to have the extra protection here. Again, I buy them both because I use a lot here. That's some inner sleeves. And then, so again, we have the KMC regular perfect sleeves come 100 per pack, but I have the perfect hards right here. So for things like those, let's see if I find something neat here in my pile of cards. Again, let's just go back to those dual lands, right? So I have, let's say a plateau. That's a little better. That's the worst dual land, bad lands right here. And I want to give them extra protection. Perfect cards are team it thicker. My Azusa deck, I think this way or that way, whichever way, are hard sleeved. Therefore, I have to use 280 cards. Like they won't actually fit in this 100 card box right here. I have to use 280 card boxes to fit my Azusa deck because they are hard sleeved. There. So let's put this back in here. So that is the sleeves I use. The problem is when you have a deck with hard sleeves and soft sleeves, you kind of can tell that there's a little thickness difference. But again, I'm playing casual, I'm not playing competitive. If I'm playing competitive, you want all the same thickness sleeves so people don't judge you. I do not triple sleeve. That's insane. Even my full decks, I double sleeve. I can't shuffle a triple sleeve deck. I can barely shuffle a double sleeve deck. And I do not quadruple sleeve like this. Like the guy that plays a Modern Time taking turns deck. Quadruple sleeve is crazy. So that's that. As you can see, I have my I have deck cases. So I store my commander decks in the Ultimate Guard deck case, 100 plus. It fits 100 double sleeve cards with some tokens, right? So let's just see if I can take this out here. So there's some tokens here, as you can see, right? I have the Adventure token, Treasure. Where's the Monarch token? The Monarch token, definitely. So 100 cards plus some tokens. Now, if you're playing a token deck, you cannot fit all those tokens in there. My Reese deck right here. Actually, do I have it here? I do. In this box right here. My Reese deck has too many tokens, so I have to put the tokens outside of the box, unfortunately. So that's that. So I use the, these cases are really cheap, like maybe $3 or something. I have a Croxa deck right here. So they fit everything really well, and what they fit in is I have this Ultimate Guard Archive 400 plus right here. I know it's been beat up a little bit because I've been throwing it around. And they fit 4 deck cases right here, as you can see. 4 deck cases. Actually, it's advertised to only fit 3. However, I figured out how to geometrically fit 4. The way that it's usually supposed to fit is this way right here. But it doesn't fit. If you can see, I can't shove this thing in. But if you turn it around, it will fit 4. So technically, officially, they say it only fits 3, but it fits 4, which is great. It fits 4 of my commander decks. As you can see, I have Marchesa, Croxa, Paco Haldane, Brea. So I did deck techs on 1, 2, 3 of these decks here. I haven't done a Croxa deck yet. We'll get to that eventually. I think the dual land comes out in Kaldheim, the Rakdos dual land here. I also, again, I store a bunch of other decks here. So I have about like 8 of these. I have a lot of decks, as you can see, a lot of deck techs. This is the white and X color deck. Red, white, blue, white, Brago, black, white. Athreos, and Reese is the green, white. So what I do with Reese is I have tokens here, and then if you look inside, on the side right here, I'm gonna pull these out. I store the extra tokens in that tiny extra pocket I have right there. So these are the Ultimate Guard Archives, which is what I store my cards in. But like my my foil Azusa deck, I do a little harder case is my boulders like these. So I have this in a pack right here. Let's actually open it here. Here, let's open this boulder here. I think it's really good, really well packaged here. And these offer a little better protection, a little better water protection here. These are slightly smaller than the 100 count deck case right here. They fit slightly less cards. So I can fit very little amount of tokens in here. I use this for my constructed decks. If I double hard sleeve, let's say I have my Lotus Breach deck here. Actually, not Lotus Breach, it's Lotus Combo. I have a video on that coming out soon, but like a foil constructed deck in hard sleeves will fit in the 100. They will not fit in the 80 plus case, like the Commander case. So I have this for decks right here. They pop off here, the sealed. So it's a little better protection than these guys right here. Just a little smaller. These will fit four to an archive case right here. So they'll actually fit four. Actually, let me see if I have four around. All right, we'll be right back again. I'm gonna get the four. All right, so I got the four. So these, if you look at this is my legacy decks right here. So I'll show you, which I haven't done deck tech on. I have shown my Storm deck somewhere. So I have Storm, Turbo Depths, Painter, Reanimator. So these are the non-blue decks. I do have blue decks. I do have Force of Wills and such and that. They're somewhere else. So essentially, this is a 100 card deck and it fits a legacy deck. But you can see the example. You can fit 400 plus boulders in here perfectly, because that's what's recommended. And so it's like a little more protection. These are double sleeve. This is my full Storm deck right here. It's missing the dual lands, but I put them away right here. So it's got a bunch of foil cards here. It's got this little cool thing from Alter Sleeves right here, this LED, which I'll show you real quick since I have some time. So it's printed on the the inner sleeve actually, and not on the card itself. So it's pretty neat right there. So I have the Storm deck here. And so that's kind of cool. The problem is if you have a double sleeve 100, double sleeve with these hard sleeves here, you'll never be able to fit it in one of these cases. The cool part about it is I have another foil deck, which I'll show you one day, full EDH deck. So you can't fit in 100, and then they make a 40, so you can do 100 plus 40 case. The 40 ones are very hard to find because they don't sell them on Amazon or anything. They're very hard to find, and I can't find a frosted one. I like to match everything in sets, so I have all frosted hard cases and not the clear deck case. So that's that here. So next thing, okay. So when I go to tournaments, actually I don't bring these hard cases with me, or these cases right here, because they can just pop open right there. So I need a little more security, a little more padding. So when I go to some tournaments and stuff, I bring this with me, the Sidewinder right here. This is a 2020 exclusive. Was it the 80 plus right here? There's still some left, maybe a little bit left. So if you see this video, you might be able to get some. They'll probably come out with a 2021 exclusive, but 2020 sounds cool. I know the year 2020 sucked, but I'm opening this up right here. So here we go. So this is Sidewinder. This is what I store my decks in. This is 80 plus, so this is basically a standard Pioneer, constructed deck, non-EDH deck. I do have let's see here. This is the 100 plus. Impossible to find. Don't even try to find this. I can't even find it. I try to look for this. I think I bought the last one on the internet because they don't sell on eBay, Amazon, anywhere. The Dark Depths of distribution, like you literally can't find this. However, this is 2020 exclusive. You can buy regular 100 plus one, so it works really well. Let me open this up so you see, and then to show you the size difference. I actually have the 100 and 80 next to each other. I really like these color combinations, so I got a bunch of them. It's pretty nice. I do have a lot of constructed decks, a lot of EDH decks. I have a lot of decks in general because I love building decks, as you can see on my channel. So here's the size difference of the 80 plus the 100. Right there, they have the same height, right there, same width, just a little different, I guess, depth, as you could call it. These do not fit in the archive. They do not fit here. They fit in the Super Hive, which I'm kind of annoyed because the Super Hive I don't have, is that you would fit them like this, back to back, except for they have this extra place for a playmat, and I don't want that extra place because I don't need to put playmats in there. I want like compact storage. So I just store these individually without the outer archive here. So I also use these for my, I have a Lotus Breach deck. Lotus Combo now because Breach has been banned in Pioneer. in here, and other non-foil constructed decks I put in here. So I keep looking over there. I have my cards over there. Let me get you. Let's see if I can bring a deck real quick. Okay, I'll be right back again. All right, I'm back. Okay, so this is the 80 plus deck right now. I'm building a Legacy Sneak and Show deck, which I'll make a video on right here. So it works out pretty well. Fits in here. Sneak and Show, Volcanic Island, of course. So Legacy Sneak and Show. As you see here, I don't have it double sleeved yet. I'm still working on inventorying all the cards and sleeving them up. So it fits in here pretty well. So that's the 80 plus card. I have my Legacy deck. This is some good protection. It's not. I feel like in general I would want to keep my cards in this box because it feels a little more waterproof. But this is better to put in backpacks. It's got a magnetic thing. It's harder for the cards to fall out, I believe, than the boulder. I guess the boulder is hard to fall out too, but I like the extra padding this has. And when you're in a tournament and stuff, you don't want. I feel like you want a one piece right here, so it's like fully one piece instead of a two piece, where you crack this in half and you have your cards hanging out here and you put it back in. It's kind of distracting. So one piece is good for tournaments or bring it around. So this is my Lotus combo deck, not Lotus Breach. I keep saying Lotus Breach. That's what it was used to be called. Right here, as you can see, it's hard sleeved and it has it barely has any room in the 100 plus box, but at least it can fit. It's because I have some tokens. I have a bunch of tokens here. Oops, upside down, isn't it? See here, I have a bunch of the mana tokens. If I need float mana, Adventure for Fae of Wishes, such like that. Token. This deck is 100% foil. I have a deck tech I've already recorded. Might come out before or after, who knows, but check it out. So that's that. I also store when I collect play sets of things, sets, and I store them in the Fatback box because I love collecting those Fatback boxes, which I'll go through another video. And I use these to store my cards. I forgot to talk about this, like just regular, the premium, not the penny sleeve, penny and a half sleeve, penny and a half per sleeve type of sleeves. So these when I just store my cards, I don't tend to play with them at all. It's just only storage only. So I have that. Next up, real quick, wrapping up the video, is I store my cards in binders. I just use the Ultra Pro Platinum, not Silver. Silver is the cheaper version, the Platinum 9 pocket binders here. So I buy these in bulk. I used to buy them in bulk. Actually, I don't store things in binders as much anymore because they take a lot of room. So I store things in the fat packs and the big cardboard hotels that store 800, 1,600 cards, 4,000 cards. That's what it is. Store 4,000 cards. But these are the things I store in the binders here. 9 pocket painters. If you see some of my videos, like my Double Masters videos that have show me store the supplemental sets. So supplemental sets, I use these 360 Ultra Pro binders, like little leatherette binders. Is pretty cool right here. I still have this. This is also impossible to find because everybody's collecting. I've heard that they had not discontinued it, but they can't make it fast enough because everybody's collecting Pokemon and everything, Magic and stuff. They're more collectors now, which is cool. I love hearing about collectors, but I hope these get back to the stock. Again, the link's in the description below. The worst part about it is if you see this is 360 right here, holds 360. Guess what size Commander Legends was? 361. That's right. I have my Commander Legends set in here because it's a supplemental product. However, I'm missing room for a card, so let's open this up. Check this out. So if you look at the last page right here, right? It's a Vault of Champions. That's card 360. Card 361's War Room. And it doesn't fit in here. So it drives me nuts that they're making these set sizes so big that I have to buy a second binder. So since I bought the second binder, I started collecting the etch foils to have more room now because I have 2 binders. Double Masters, I have 2 binders. Jumpstart, I have 2 binders. Commander Legends, I have 2 binders. I bet you Time Spiral Remastered, I'm contemplating collecting it because I have a set of Future Sight, Planar Chaos, near complete set of Time Spiral. It's the same cards. So who knows? Other things that are really cool, other accessories are these Infi tokens. They're pretty neat if you don't have tokens. As I say, always try to get your tokens. When you collect cards, you want to collect the token that the card generates, because it's so weird to not have the token upside down cards. I think game nights used to do upside down cards for tokens where you just see the back of the card. I think they have a printer now, because more recently I've noticed that they've just essentially printed tokens and don't have upside down cards, and so that's good. But you can also use these Infi tokens, so if you write on with a dry erase marker, have my name on here, Vex, right there, so it's pretty neat. The last accessory I kind of used, I got a couple days ago and I wanted to try them out, is these Borderfies. I don't think it's still on sale or still in print from Ultimate Guard. So it turns all your whiteboard cards to Blackboard cards. So here, let's see, I have some Mishra's Factory and I want to turn Blackboard, or I said, screw it, I got Rise Underground C. And I'm like, you know what? Blackboard Revise Underground C. So it's pretty neat. Again, it's an inner sleeve, so you still do your outer sleeve, your black outer sleeve. But you know, if you look at it from far away, you can still tell it's Revise, but it's Blackboard Revise. So it might be FBB, you know. It's because the problem is lighter colors, but if you had an unlimited card, which I don't have on me right now, actually, let's see if I can do a live. Find an unlimited card right here, which is the same color as Beta except for the white border. So I do have unlimited Uthentroll right here. So if I take this out, I have it double sleeve again. So I'll take it out of the second inner sleeve. So what I do is take it out is I go in, and if it's hard, it takes a lot of effort going one way, I'll go in the other way and try to take it out the other way. Usually by putting your finger in one way or the other, it's easier to get out. We'll use one of these Borderfy cards here. So we'll put these in, usually put them upside down, obviously. So I had a white border Uthentroll here. Now I have a black border Uthentroll. It doesn't look exactly like Beta cards, but it looks close to Beta, and I'll put it in the sleeve here. So from far away, you know, it kind of looks a little, the black is a little shiny. It looks like a Beta card-ish. So it's pretty neat. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I have a revised card because it's really light color. It just looks cool in Blackboard. If you want an all Blackboard deck, or if you want an all whiteboard deck, you get this. They do not make Borderfies with white border, unfortunately. And last but not least, see here, let's go through some dice. I just have these clear dice that you guys see in all my videos here. Bought like a 10-pack from Cool Stuff. So I mean, you get dice anywhere. I have these cool little green dice I got from these spike feeders. I have a little spike feeder spike right there. So that's pretty neat. I haven't used those yet, but maybe one day soon. Yeah, so that's the accessories I have. My sleeves, my KMC sleeves. Let's see here. My giant chunk of dragon shields. Let's open these up. Why not? So, right here, lots of dragon shields. Dragon shield classic black, right there. They used to not say classic, obviously, because they only had one kind, but now they're classics because they're classic, I guess. It's great. Dragon shield cuts they're very powerful, very sturdy. They cut their sleeves very consistently, so you can use all sleeves from all different sizes. Sometimes in some boxes the sleeves are too high or too short. Just be aware of that, because you might have a deck that has sleeves that are too high or too short. I've been pretty lucky. I've had it sometimes, but I've been pretty lucky where most of the cards are of the same height. Like let's see in the Prosa deck here. Most of the cards are of the same height. There are some cards that are a little taller than the other. But again, since there's so many different height varieties, maybe, or height tolerances, they're mostly the same size, but some might be a little taller, but it's not really noticeable. Again, we're playing a casual format. If I was going into a tournament, I would re-sleeve with, of course, Ultra Pro Classic Blacks. I would re-sleeve with a brand new box that are cut the same. So let's see if I can open these. Yeah, I would just take a brand new box, take my deck, de-sleeve the outer sleeve and just re-sleeve the whole thing, and then it should work out for you. All right, anyways, what kind of accessories do you use? Leave your answers in the comments below, because I'm really curious what everybody uses, what everybody recommends. Again, you see what I use. I love this stuff. I've used, previously, before Ultra Pro Eclipse, I used Ultra Pro sleeves, and they just ripped over and over again, so I just stopped using it. And then when it got Dragon Shield, they were like the best at that point. They stopped ripping, I think it was like 10 years ago. They stopped ripping, and I've just been using the same ones ever since. I probably still have sleeves from 10 years ago that I still use today, because I haven't thrown away Dragon Shields. They rarely rip, so they work really well for me. So you just tell me what works well for you. Tell me how the Eclipse sleeves are. I have never used them for a long standard period of time, so if they're still good, tell me. I might use them. I heard good things about Katana sleeves from Ultimate Guard. Again, I've already invested in 3,000 Dragon Shield sleeves. It's hard to not, in 4,000 now because I have this box. It's hard to change because I can't de-sleeve 3,000 cards. That's crazy. Anyways, as always, have a wonderful day.